what is the one thing that separates the unsuccessful from the successful? Hi, thanks for joining. Send me some hearts, send me some likes. And I'm going to reveal the one thing that is so plainly clear, is the thing that separates people who succeed at their dreams and people who don't succeed at their dreams, or the people who wait to succeed at their dreams. And that is courage. It takes courage to actually, first of all, own what it is that you desire. Second of all, to say yes to it and to actually take action. And let me just share this on my timeline too. So what is courage? Let's unpack it a little bit. It's really, the courage to stop lying to yourself, to stop giving in to all of the excuses and the reasons that you've bought into as to why you cannot have what it is that you desire. And share this in my group, Big Creative Fun as well. It's the courage to stop waiting and to stop listening to the analytical mind, listen to the ego, listen to all of those really logical stories, many of which probably came from your parents about, how you should be sensible, and take the route that's proven, that's safe, that easy, that God forbid you won't get into any kind of failure. It's the courage to say no to the things that aren't a right fit for you. We live in an abundance of opportunity, an abundance of different ways that we can live our life. And we always pick the easiest way, right? We pick the path of least resistance to get whatever it is that we know have decided is the thing that we desire right now that's most important for us, for our survival, for our health and well-being, for our immediate gratification. We have so many resources to be able to create what it is that we desire. And we have so many opportunities to avoid getting really, really uncomfortable. So it takes a lot of courage to say no to the things that are certain. It takes a lot of courage to step into uncertainty and to, bring an idea that we've received or some kind of creative imagination, something that maybe we haven't proven to ourselves before, we haven't seen lived out maybe in our family before, to actually step out and do it. It takes so much courage. And that is the difference between the people who create results and the people who don't create results, is that the people who have the courage to back the action and to commit to showing up and taking action, regardless as to what kind of resistance is going on, because everybody has that, right? It's not like we wait for that thing that we desire to become easy. It's that we lean into the discomfort and we allow for it to be uncomfortable. We allow for it to be not necessarily that easy, because it's not something that we've done before. Now, ease is also a choice that we get to create by, having courage to let go of the stories of limitation, to let go of the excuses. All of those things that we carry are the things that make it difficult and uncomfortable. When we shift our mindset and we get into a place of flow, we get into a place of trust, that is the way to, hi Claudia, that is the way that we get to start creating ease around the ways that we are creating shifts and changes and results. So it's the courage to, I really wish I could read my notes. It's the courage to be uncomfortable, because it is really uncomfortable to commit to the thing that you desire. Because, if it was easy, then it probably wouldn't have so much of an appeal. It's to have the courage to really look inside at, where am I not showing up? Where am I giving into excuses? Where am I continuing to say yes to things that don't really make me happy and actually don't really serve me? Where am I continuing to say yes to the lie that I have to wait, that I can't have this right now? It's, having the courage to heal, because we have to change, we have to transform, we have to let go of all of the old parts of us that haven't served us in getting where it is that we want to be. It's having the courage to make the change, to look inside, to be really honest, and, not just trapped in the delusion of like, oh, well, it's not possible for me, or, I'm a victim of my circumstances, and well, it's so easy for me to not commit to the thing that I actually desire in life. And, it's having the courage to stop giving in to not yet. And that constant ego perpetuation of the idea that we have to wait, that we can't have it right now, because that's always a lie. It's always a lie. Everything that we desire is possible for us now in this moment if we simply take a different action, if we simply shift our perspective, if we simply let go of all of the other things that are filling that space so that that new thing can come into that space. It's having the courage to do it your way and to really honor yourself and to value yourself despite, maybe the messages that you've received or the lies that you've believed about yourself about not being good enough or not being, thin enough, smart enough, qualified enough, experienced enough. To really recognize that you have the power to make an impact. You have the power to create whatever it is that you desire. Otherwise, you wouldn't have had that desire in the first place. If you've received an idea, then it's possible for you, and it's possible for you now. It's having the courage to buy out of the scarcity conversation. And this is huge. And, this is a huge part of the work that I do with Money Mindset for Creatives. I'm actually relaunching Create Money the Fun Way to really support creatives to get out of those conversations that I can't earn money for the work that I love to do the most, or that I can't, charge the prices that would give me the life I actually want to live, or that, it can't be this easy and this fun for me to make money. All of those, those scarcity lies, that there's not enough, or like people won't be able to pay me, or there won't be enough clients, or there aren't enough opportunities, or I don't have enough time, or I don't have enough energy, or I'm so tired, or, after my full-time job, I don't have, what it is that it takes to make that dream succeed. So it takes courage to buy out of that, especially when that message is being reflected back to us all around from every direction. And just to recognize that that's a story that we get to have the courage to buy out of. And yes, it takes process, and yes, it takes community, and yes, it takes support, and that's the fastest way to do that. And we get to say yes to that. We get to have the courage to do things differently and to admit that we're not capable of doing it all alone, and to give ourselves what it is that we need to succeed, and to allow that, and to stop being, trapped in the mindset that we have to do it all alone. It's having the courage to be resourceful and recognize that we actually do always have the resources to create what it is that we desire when we give ourselves permission to be resourceful, when we buy out of the scarcity conversation if there isn't enough time, money, opportunity, skill, whatever it is. That, all you need to do is look at human history to see the long list of examples of people who created incredible things from seemingly nothing, from seemingly massive disadvantage and lack of resource. We are so much more incredible and powerful than we give ourselves credit for. And it takes courage to own that. It takes courage to stand out and be the one person that's like, no, I'm not buying into all this bullshit that everyone else is buying into. No, I'm not going to wait, because life is precious and I want to do what I want, what I enjoy now, not maybe someday when somebody else gives me permission. It takes courage to give yourself permission to honor your desires and to trailblaze your own path through life. All people, every person who you see who is succeeding at the thing that you want to succeed at was once where you are, was maybe even more disadvantaged than you are. So, and I love hearing stories like that, because they just help us to shine a light on all of that massive long list of excuses that we have, which is really just covering our fear. So, when we're resourceful, when we have the courage to be resourceful, we get to create all of the things that we require now in this moment. We get to create more time. We all have the same amount of time in the day, and we get to create more energy. We get to nourish our bodies and take care and do the things that bring us more energy and cut out the things that drain our energy. We get to do that. And we get to create the money. We get to take risks. We get to believe in ourselves. We get to move into uncertainty with the promise that we will make it work no matter what. Like, no back door open, no one foot in the comfort zone and one foot in maybe it'll work out, or the dream. So this has been brewing for a while, and I'm really happy that I got to share this with you today, because it just comes up all the time. And I can see the people who succeed, the ones that create fast results, are the ones who have simply decided to be courageous and have really stepped into that and allowed themselves to embody it. And of course, we all have down days. Of course, we all trip up along the way, and we, have times where maybe we don't feel courageous, but actually it's something that we get to commit to as a practice. And we get to commit to the actions that support our identity as somebody who is courageous and somebody who actually follows through on, the things that they desire to create. So, where are you lacking courage? What is that thing that you've been wanting to follow through on for such a long time, and you've just always had an excuse as to why that can't happen right now? What is that thing? And you know what it is. You already know the next steps that you have to take. And it's okay to be scared, and it's okay to have doubt and uncertainty, but we get to create support systems and structures and routines and mindset habits and disciplines, or as I prefer to call it, devotional practices, to make it our default to always be courageous, to always follow through on our inspiration and our action. And that's exactly what, having a mindset practice is all about. So I have two really exciting upcoming opportunities. One of them is a workshop next week on Tuesday with the incredible Freya Savage, who is a financial advisor and money mindset coach. And we're going to be digging into some money mindset and some cash flow strategies for creatives. So this is a really important part of money mindset, is the actual tangible habits that you are using to, look after the resources that you have, to consistently being in the mindset of I am resourceful and I am capable of creating whatever it is that I desire, to be in action around that, to be organized, to create that support, create those systems and structures and processes to make sure that when money comes in, it's flowing in a feel-good direction. There's no, this is a lot of the work that I do, is just working with any of the emotions around that create resistance, that cause us to avoid or to not really face up to the reality, to not take those big scary actions like asking for more money, like putting our prices up, like saying no to contracts because it doesn't feel good, because we're in that fear and that scarcity. So if this is speaking to you, definitely I'm going to leave the link for the workshop, because you actually get a one-on-one session with me and you get a one-on-one session with Freya. So this is just really supportive, and we're going to be looking at ways that, to stop money leaks, we're going to be touching a little bit on investing, and how you organize and spend money in a way that really supports you, how to stay on top of your money, and with all of the mindset stuff around, creating cash flow and allowing more money to come in as well. So click the link and sign up for that. We're only taking a few spaces for that, because we are offering one-on-one. And if you're looking to go more in depth in releasing your emotional resistance around money, all of those stories around scarcity, around not being able to make money doing the work that you're passionate about, and you're interested in going more in depth and getting more community support and coaching support and energy alignment support around that, then I'm taking a few more people into Create Money the Fun Way. I'm going to double the price next week. It's an amazing, amazing program that tackles your relationship with money from every angle and really supports you to get into action, to create a mindset routine that really supports you to welcome more cash flow into your life in a way that is fun and fulfilling for you, and really letting go of some of the things that you're holding on to because of fear that, there's nothing better for you. And I see this all the time with the creatives that I work with who are transitioning, and maybe they're really good at bringing income in a certain way, and that's really comfortable and that works. So the idea of shifting to something that's really fulfilling and meaningful for them is really unfamiliar, because they haven't done it before. They've been so used to working in, bringing in money in ways that are kind of a little bit draining, not super fulfilling. But they've been working, and it can feel really scary to make that shift to a career that would be just a dream come true if it was to take legs and fly. But those desires that you carry with you, that you keep feeding, but maybe you're not taking action on them, and it's creating a little bit of anxiety and resistance and procrastination. And what are all of the inner dialogues and the emotional resistances around that are keeping you from taking action and creating momentum and actually succeeding at that thing that would be so meaningful to you? So send me a message if that's resonating with you. I've got so many great juicy bonuses with that program as well. So let's get on a call and see if that's the right fit for you. And let me know your questions. Let me know your feedback. What resonates with you from this conversation? Where do you know you need to be more courageous? Feel free to declare it in the comments. Make a declaration, make a decision now, because really it's that simple with the inner game. It starts with a decision. And the more energy you put into that, the more you back that, the more you make a really clear commitment to that, the easier all of the action will unfold from that place, as long as you keep committing to that decision and you're not, you know, 1 foot in the exit route. So thank you so much for watching. If you're watching the replay, send me #replay, send me some hearts, send me some likes, send me your questions, and sign up for Cashflow for Creatives next week on Tuesday and get a one-on-one session with me and Freya. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.